We all love Spider-Man as a character and concept. However, we also love watching him struggle sometimes as well, because it gives him spunk. What the hell is that word, man? It makes him more relatable to us. Due to rising inflation and other problems, I want to go ahead and analyze the Spider-Man that I personally put a lot of my life into and see which of them has had the worst financial struggles or is considered the poorest Spider-Man. And yes, I will only be doing 5 different incarnations of Spider-Man for this video because I don't want it to be 2 hours long and the comics are a lot, and I can maybe cover the 616 version of him another day. But with that, let's get started on the OG Tobey Maguire. Tobey is interesting from the other Spider-Man because his movies show him moving out of his Aunt May's house and going to college and having a job. These come with a lot of financial burden on him, which is why it seems he always has to be doing a job or working to make money while fighting Doc Ock and Venom. He also has his own apartment, which he seems to barely be able to make rent on. Looking at all these factors, I think we can safely say we could put Tobey Maguire at the poor boy tier. Moving on, we have my main man, Andrew, who is a different story entirely. We only see him live with Aunt May, and he has no on-screen job besides an Easter egg from JJ in his email. He also has a girlfriend who is going to college with seemingly no problem, making it seem like he has her to help if he needs it. However, he also has mechanical web shooters, unlike Tobey's version, making that be somewhat of a problem for him financially. However, since webs like Spider-Man don't physically exist in real life, we can't judge his situation that much on that fact. However, we can and have to come to the elephant in the room of him killing Uncle Ben because he couldn't afford his chocolate milk. Calm down, I know that's not really what happened exactly, but I thought it was funny, so I'm going to knock him down a peg from stable to struggling tier. Going from that, we have Tom, who's a little bit of an anomaly from the other Spider-Man. One, he is firmly in high school for the entire trilogy, making him not have to rely on money as much as the others. Another, being him seemingly being able to go on a school trip with no worry it seems at all. And though he has mechanical web shooters, it's shown he can just make it in his school, meaning he's pretty much breezing through. And it all comes down to one man, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, so I'll just say it. Tony Stark shouldn't be funding Spider-Man's adventures, because it seems not as genuine and makes Tom Spider-Man not as relatable. However, with this new movie, it looks like they're going away from that, which I'm really excited for. Though for right now, we're going to put him in Iron Man's bellboy tier. Insomniac Spider-Man is probably one of the easiest Spider-Mans to rank, mainly due to him being Spider-Man for such a long time and no longer living with May. He also had a job with Otto, but at the start of the game, you see it starts to get defunded and Peter loses his apartment. This leads to him sleeping at Feast and needing money. Some people might argue that he has money due to the amount of gadgets and other tech he has. However, I see it as him wasting all his money and time on being Spider-Man instead of having a good work-life balance, and he can definitely feel those repercussions in the game. Looking at all of this info, I can conclude he's definitely in financial ruin tier, at least for the first game. My Guy Spectacular Spider-Man might be my favorite interpretation of the character, but he's definitely also struggling in the money department. He faces challenges of choosing a camera or to help Aunt May with rent. And then also he struggles with having to help Aunt May with the hospital bills. So honestly, Aunt May is probably one of his biggest financial struggles in this universe. And he also works at the Bugle, but seems to always be strapped for cash. In season 2 though, that plotline gets sidelined a little for the romance plot, but I would say that our man Peter is definitely in the struggling tier. And that seems to be the 5 versions of Spider-Man I ranked, and their financial situations. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And go follow my Twitch as well, and let me know if you'd like a part 2. Okay, see ya.